Now, we will open our program today with a special keynote speech by the Speaker of 19th National Assembly, Hwa Jung. Dr. Jung is the Speaker of the 19th National Assembly of Korea. He has been a member of the National Assembly since 1996. Before he began his career in politics, his profession was in medicine. We are very honored to have Speaker Jung with us today. He will give a special keynote speech on innovation. Please join me in welcoming Speaker Jung to the stage.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is a great honor to give keynote speech, especially during first Asian Innovation Forum. Today is very good morning in Korea because, as you know, we did a big step for North and South Korea's future. Thank you very much. My name is Mr. Hwa Chung. Based on the, I was a brain surgeon. Especially I did microvascular brain surgery. More than, I guess, 3,000 cases. It is great pleasure for me to welcome you to Seoul and extend my heartfelt congratulations on the successful opening of the first Asian Innovation Forum. Distinguished guests, the world is increasing interdependent in many ways, closely connected with each other, just like a huge spider web. The unfolding globalization has expanded the scope of cooperation between countries and promoted people-to-people exchanges significantly. As a consequence, the entire global village is moving toward a single community. Particularly in Asia, economic exchanges are so vibrant that global economy's center of gravity is said to have shifted to Asia. Meanwhile, the global growth is picking up speed, though still very slowly, after global financial crisis in 2008. But it has yet to return to pre-crisis level. Global demand is not strong enough to lift major economies out of extended recessions, triggering negative sentiments among economic actors and undermining growth potential. In addition, the world is faced with daunting challenges such as low fertility and population aging, climate changes, poverty, and natural disaster. These challenges cannot be resolved by any one country acting alone. Some argue that low economic growth is new normal, predicting that the high growth era is behind us. As to why the recovery of the global economy has been so sluggish, people often say that it is due to the after effects of a global financial crisis. However, there are scholars who presented a different perspective. They argue that the root cause of the global economic recession is not the financial crisis, but the innovation crisis. It might be difficult to say which perspective offers the correct answer, but one thing is very clear. Innovation represents the only source of sustained growth for the global economy. A short-term stimulus package might work like a CPR, but it cannot cure an ailing economy in a fundamental manner. It is only Only through innovation that we can continue to build new growth engines, ensuring a sustainable growth. Today, I would like to talk about the role of innovation for sustainable growth in Asia and the significance of people-centered science and technology. Distinguished delegates, scientific and technological breakthroughs have enriched our life both materially and spiritually. Science and technology are the most systemic set of knowledge that we have gained through intellectual curiosity. In addition to their practical value, science and technology hold symbolic significance, serving to strengthen national identity and unity and enhance national prestige and stature in the international community. That is why countries pay so much attention to improve their chance of producing Nobel Prize winners in science. We cannot overestimate the impact of science and technology on our everyday life. More fundamentally, science and technology exert an enormous influence on our way of thinking, behavior patterns, judgments, convictions, and value systems. Our modern civilization and worldview are also based upon science and technology. The promotion of science and technology remain high on the list of priority for the Korean government. As part of the National Economic Development Plan, the Republic of Korea implemented systemic policies starting from 1960s to develop science and technology. There exists a consensus among the people about the significant role of science technology in growing the national economy. As a result, we were able to succeed in the industrialization of the country within a half of century. After a devastation of the Korean War, creating what is known as the miracle of the Han River. What was behind the remarkable achievement was our effort to turn crisis into opportunity. On the back of people's undaunted spirit and the scientific and technological innovation, esteemed scholars and experts, the 20th century witnessed major changes and breakthroughs in the field of science technology. We will continue to make sustained progress, especially in the practical areas such as bioengineering and nanoscience. With the blurring boundaries between basic research and applied science, multidisciplinary research is expected to become commonplace, featuring the convergence of different disciplines. Meanwhile, the way science and technology relate to society is expected to go through considerable changes as well. Many countries around the world have recognized science and technology as a key element to develop their economies and secure competitive advantage, thus making heavy investments in the field. However, more attention and effort need to be devoted to how to establish desirable relations between science and legal systems, science and ethics, and science and culture. I believe that scientific and technological innovation going in this direction will help us uncover new growth engines and ensure sustainable growth, resulting in progress in history of mankind. A distinguished guest, though created and developed by us humans, science and technology might lead to massive damage and destruction if misused by humans driven by greed. Science and technology in the 21st century should be people-centered. They should work for humans and help people live like a human being. That way, we can ensure sustainable growth. Social decision-making associated with science and technology requires not just professional knowledge, but also a consideration of essential human values. It means that issues related to science and technology require communication with the humanities and the social sciences. That is how we can guard against human arrogance, prepare for potential risks, and go beyond science and technology just as a tool. Moreover, scientific technological advances should provide relief from starvation and disease for the explosive growing population on our planet. Environmental friendliness should be a top priority as well. When the rationality of the scientific mind can help the public become more aware of social inequalities, greed, and ignorance, and endeavor to address those issues, the world will be a better place to live in. The renowned British philosopher Bertrand Russell said, "Without science, democracy is impossible." His comment conveys the empathic message that the scientifics and engineering have practiced a love for humanity, taking the lead to realizing a true democracy and creating a compassionate society. I would like to ask the distinguished participants to continue to make efforts to implement people-centered innovation based upon the reflection on the value and the meaning of our existence. Distinguished guests, Asia often referred to as the factory of the world, as well as the hub of manufacturing and IT industries. The continent is home to some of the most prominent economic success stories in the recent years. Countries in the region have maintained their growth momentum even after the global financial crisis in 2008. On the flip side, however, the region has high extreme poverty rates, high illiteracy levels, and wide income disparities. These are challenges that we need to address, but at the same time, they present plenty of opportunities. When we gather our wisdom and insight as members of the Asian community, we will be able to usher in a new future for the region. The inaugural Asian Innovation Forum brings together leading innovators from different parts of the world. I understand that you take this occasion to launch the Asian STI Think Tanks Network, or ASTN. I would like to attach great significance to the establishment of this network as major think tank in Asia join forces to address challenges facing the region and contribute to making the continent a better place to live in. I would like to conclude by extending my most sincere wish that the forum will serve as an opportunity to explore ways on how countries in Asia can tap into creative innovation to escape the so-called middle-income trap and move to the next level of development. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.